Come back to this moment. Not later, not when things settle down, not when you feel more ready, not when your mind is quieter or your life is more organized. Now. This moment, the one you are in right now, is the only one that is real. Everything else is either memory or imagination. And that sounds simple, almost obvious, but if you really stop and sit with it, it changes the way you see everything. The past, no matter how vivid it feels, no matter how strongly it still lives in your body, your thoughts, your reactions, is not happening anymore. It exists as reconstruction, as a version of events pieced together by memory, shaped by emotion, influenced by everything that came after it. It matters, it shaped you, it left marks, lessons, wounds, meanings, but it is not happening now. What you experience as the past is something being replayed in the present, a story your mind tells using fragments of something that no longer exists in reality. And the future, everything you are planning, worrying about, hoping for, preparing for, fearing, all of it exists only as imagination, as projection, as your mind trying to get ahead of something that hasn't happened yet and may never happen the way you expect it to. The future will come, yes, but it is not here, not yet. Right now, it exists only in thought, and that leaves you with something very simple and very uncomfortable. This moment is the only place where your life is actually happening, right now. The breath moving in and out of your body, the weight of your body where you are sitting or standing, the sounds around you, the light, the temperature of the air, the quiet presence of being alive here in this exact second. This is real. This is not memory. This is not anticipation. This is not interpretation. This is direct experience. And yet, we spend so little time here. We are incredibly skilled at leaving the present. We revisit the past constantly, replaying conversations, reanalyzing moments, rewriting outcomes, reliving things we wish had gone differently. We jump into the future just as easily, imagining scenarios, preparing for problems, anticipating conversations, trying to control what hasn't happened yet and may never happen the way you expect it to. We move between memory and imagination all day long, and in doing so, we miss the only place where anything can actually be lived. We miss this. The present moment is not something most people lose because they don't understand it. They lose it because their attention is somewhere else, because the mind is loud, because the past still hurts, because the future feels uncertain, because being here without distraction can feel uncomfortable, so we escape. Into thinking, into analyzing, into planning, into worrying, anything but simply being here. But here is the truth. You cannot live your life anywhere else, not in the past, not in the future, only here. And this is not just a philosophical idea, it is practical, because the present is the only place where anything can actually change. You cannot change the past by thinking about it more. You can revisit it, you can reinterpret it, you can learn from it, but you cannot change it. You cannot control the future by worrying about it more. You can prepare, you can plan, you can make decisions, but you cannot live it before it arrives. The only place where your choices exist, where your actions happen, where your life is actually shaped, is here, this moment. And yet we spend so little time here. We are incredibly skilled at leaving the present. We revisit the past constantly, replaying conversations, reanalyzing moments, rewriting outcomes, reliving things we wish had gone differently. We jump into the future just as easily, imagining scenarios, preparing for problems, anticipating conversations, trying to control what hasn't happened yet and may never happen the way you expect it to. We rush through it. We distract ourselves from it. We minimize it, as if the real thing is somewhere else. But this is the real thing. This breath, this second, this ordinary, unremarkable, irreplaceable now. Every meaningful moment you have ever experienced was once just like this, just another moment, unlabeled, unannounced, ordinary at first glance, and only later did it become a memory you value. Only later did it reveal its importance. That is how life works. Meaning is often invisible while it is happening. You don't always know which moment matters while you are inside it. So if you wait for moments to feel important before you fully enter them, you will miss a lot of your life. Because most of it doesn't look extraordinary while it is happening. It looks like this: simple, quiet, incomplete, but real. Coming back to the present is not about forcing yourself to feel calm or peaceful. It is not about becoming perfectly still or perfectly aware. It is about returning your attention to what is actually here, again and again. Even when your mind pulls you away, even when you get caught in thought, even when you drift into memory, even when you start imagining the future, you come back. Not perfectly, but intentionally. You notice your breath, you notice your body, you notice where you are. You return, and something changes when you do that. Not always dramatically, but subtly. You begin to feel your life more directly. You begin to notice details you would have missed. You begin to experience moments instead of just thinking about them. And over time, that changes the texture of your life, because presence creates depth. The same moment, lived with attention, feels completely different than the same moment lived in distraction. Presence does not eliminate difficulty, but it allows you to experience life more fully, even the hard parts. And it allows you to notice the parts that are not hard, the small things, the quiet moments, the spaces between stress, things that were always there, but that you were too far away to feel. Coming back to this moment is not about denying the past or ignoring the future. It is about not getting lost in them. It is about remembering where your life actually is. Here, now. This moment is not perfect. It may contain discomfort, uncertainty, pain, questions that don't have answers yet, but it is real, and real matters, because only what is real can be lived, only what is real can be felt, only what is real can be touched, experienced, changed. The past cannot be lived again. The future cannot be lived in advance, but this can be lived, fully, if you are here for it. So come back, not because everything is resolved, not because everything feels good, not because your mind is quiet. Come back because this is where your life is. Come back because this is where your power is. Come back because this is where change happens. Come back because this is where joy exists, even if only in small, quiet forms. Come back because this moment, exactly as it is the only one that is real. And real, right now, in this breath, in this second, is the most valuable thing you have. You don't need to wait for a better moment to arrive. You don't need to fix everything before you can be present. You don't need to solve your entire life before you can step into it. You just need to notice that you are already here, and that this is it.